this is Lucy, and today I'm going to show you how to build the Viking House. It is a house that's loosely based on something from ESO, a Nord house from ESO. You will need a flamer trap or a friend in PvP to destroy items. And although you don't need catwalks to build this, I will show you an alternative way. It is easier. If this is something that you are interested in, please stay tuned. So, first off, I will show you where we are on the map. We are up near the converted munitions factory on the top right of the map. Obviously this is the Palace of the Winding Path. I have built here before. It is very flat. And it has road frontage. I like road frontage on my builds. So I used a combination of the mining set and the base game wooden set, mainly because I didn't like the windows. So all the windows are the base set with the shutters, and the rest is pretty much the mining set, although I've just noticed actually, yeah, it's a mix. I have raised foundations so you get this sort of stone effect. The colours are a bit boring, I guess, but it's wood and stone. I mean, so I have merged a couple of these Christmas trees into the ground. Ignore the truck, the Jeep, whatever. I have a few sort of appropriate decorations outside. Door didn't open. There we go. So this is the main living area. I have this fire pit. Thank you to Purple Haze and MJ for helping me with the decorations, because I don't do expeditions on Nora. I only do them on Scarlet so that I can kind of make the most of my stamps. So they built a couple of things in here that I didn't have. This. So the fire pit is an absolute pain to make, but I will show you how I did it. Vikings actually slept in sort of fur beds on raised platforms near the fire, so that is what this is supposed to represent. I obviously have decorated with lots of heads as well. I used the pergola set, I can't remember what it's called, to create these beams. I have to confess that I saw that in one of Dasmead's videos, the one for the Great British Build-Off, because I've been using metal pillars, and I suddenly thought, oh, idiot. It's so obvious, but anyway, thanks Dasmead for that. Thank you, Darren. Yeah, sometimes some things are just so obvious you just think you're an idiot for not realising, but that's what that is. It came from the current season, I think, this set. Fairly basic kitchen with some sort of stuff around, because obviously the main cooking area is in the middle of the house. I mean, obviously you could decorate this however you wanted. This is my workshop. Yes, I know I can hide all these, but the reason I don't is because a lot of low-level people visit my camps, and I don't want them wandering around trying to find a stash box, scrap box, whatever. So, but they are out of view of the main sort of part of the house. So, obviously we have an offset to create these overlapping roofs, and to overlap them you will need to destroy one to get the second one on. Now, I am well aware that there is a gap at the top of this. Now, what I did try to do was I tried to use these roofs, flamer trap them and put these cross roofs over the top, and you can do that, but for some reason the glitching was unbelievable and it wasn't even. I don't know whether the build is slightly, sometimes walls don't line up 100%. There was one roof in the middle that was coming through on the outside, so you couldn't see the texture on these roofs. You could only see the texture on this one, so it just looked odd. If you want to try it, by all means do that. I don't think it looks wrong with the gap. It's basically to let the smoke out. That's my excuse. Anyway, I will show you how I built it. Right, let's start with foundations, and I must admit, this is like take 3. I'm going to start here next to the Jeep. I want a foundation as low as it will go. This is if you're not using catwalks. This foundation here is going to be the first part of the porch. If you don't have catwalks, use one of these to raise the foundations. You will not be able to get it off. This will be the covered porch. The living area is 3 by 3. And hopefully we have enough space. This tree will not move. Now, if you want to take this off the front, for the time being until we've finished, I'm going to temporarily put one at the back where it's hidden and not in the way. And we should be able to get this one off. Now, for my porch area, before the covered porch area, I did actually lower these. It will be harder if you're not using catwalk. Well, we can still do it, but right. I'm putting that there so I can remove these. We'll raise this one up. Raise this one. There we go. We've got 3. The kitchen and the workshop are 2 by 2. They're at the front like this, so there's this gap here. The main area is further back. If you have problems like with this tree, I think I just stuck a rock down there. Now, if you want to put your wallpaper on these lower foundations here, which should be at the right height, you should be able to just put a wall on like that. Now, the thing you will find is you can't take that off, so you will have to flamer trap them. That way you can get your wallpaper on. You will have to go all the way round, I've just realised, you can lower this one, to get them over this side. You will probably have a problem with this tree. I don't think that tree is movable, no. So what I would recommend is that even if you have no money, you do a season or 2. You keep an eye on the work on the Atom shop and you just buy catwalks. Honestly, it's getting ridiculous now. So if I was using catwalks, I probably wouldn't have the foundations quite this high. So we have something that looks like this, and took me half the day because I got some of the foundations stuck when I was lowering them. It's all fixed and sorted. Right, this section here I did lower further, so if you want to do that, just lower this down. And right, now to put the wallpaper on, do the, you know, masochistic route, or use catwalks to sort of go around the bottom and add half walls. You might struggle if you've lowered these. Don't know if they'll go on. No, they will go on. You can do this section as well. I think I did on mine, but to be honest, I'm not sure it's actually worth it because you have to flamer trap the walls and sometimes pull the foundation out slightly, and I don't think it adds much, to be honest, so I'm not going to do that again. You can do the sides and the back, it's up to you. So that's that. The next thing we're going to do is build the fireplace, and the fireplace is here in the middle. And we need to lower this. So we need to take out, I can just store them, take out all of the foundations that are touching this one. And we need to lower this foundation. And we're going to put half walls around it. These will obviously stick up. They're kind of the framework for the fire pit. Now we need to do some jiggery pokery, so I'm going to flamer trap these walls. That way you'll be able to get the rest of the foundations in. It's kind of important. Right, before we put any foundations back, we need to put the roof I put on level with these floors to sort of act so you don't have a huge hole. And the way I did that was with a catwalk. So you've added this wall here. You can add roofs to walls, whichever one you like. Add one there, another one there. Lift this one up to break the dependency, and don't forget to remove this wall, otherwise you won't get your floors back in. And you can add your floors. Obviously, if you want to create a rock pile, I merged some of them together, place that on there now, and a cauldron, and then flamer trap the cauldron. I would suggest that if you're going to use this fireplace in here, that you put it in before you repair these walls. It won't fit otherwise. And then just repair the walls. We'll leave that and do a repair all at the end. Now, walls. I'm going to, as I said, just use the base set, I think. Some of you won't have the mining set. Now, be aware that when you add walls on top of these, that they won't come off unless you remove the wall underneath. Start with these half walls. Top wall arch. We can add some roofs. I did want to use this set. I really like the kind of birch tiles, but I didn't like the white trim, so I used, that was the Helvetia one, I used the haunted roof. Put those on. Come on, go in. Got a full wall there and a full wall there. This is for the covered porch area. This whole area is enclosed. You could put something in there. I don't know what. You could leave it open. I don't know. If you wanted more space, we need a doorway there. Now, to get the roofs on here, we need another top wall arch. Doesn't matter which one you do for now. I will flamer trap them all at the end. Now, this one is inside out, so put a roof on the inside, and then you can snap one here if it'll go on, and change the position, break the dependency. You could remove the inner one. We will flamer trap that and do the roofs all at the end at the same time, I think. The rest of the building, I had windows here and here on both sides of here. Oops. Oh no. That one is on the wrong way. They will go inside out because of the... You won't get the... to do that first. I haven't done the ends yet. It's up to you whether you want to do the sides and back. Just showing you for... This tree is a pain. I never seem to quite manage to get... Just place a floor object on it and it will stop coming through. I normally use stones, which I can never find in this menu, so I'm just going to use the egg. Oh, actually, I've got something that I put there earlier that it's... Oh, you are kidding me. I can't remove it. Right, let's remove... Can we remove this? Use a stone. Oh dear God. Right, so the rest of the walls. Plain walls all the way round at the back. This is where your sleeping area is going to be. We need top wall arches on the ends here. Like so. Now is actually a good time to put the roofs on here. Right, we need to remove this top wall arch, so I am going to flatten this roof and remove that. You probably want to put it back up so that we can flamer trap it. This will be a window. There will be a window here as well. We can just put plain walls here and here. Half walls. Top wall arch. Top wall arch. Repeat that on the back. Half wall, top wall arch, top wall arch. Roofs. We have a few gaps, we can fill those in. Half walls here and here. We are going to use the pavilion set. Now I tried to make it this side. I did actually put a full wall on that one to sort of close off the workshop a little. Now I have lined these up so they're on this tile, that way they actually meet this wall. This is all lined up. So if it doesn't line up properly here, it's because you've got them pushed back onto this tile. Now, rather than top wall arches, we're just going to put half walls on there. Come on, go in. It wants to go in, it's just being tricky. So that is most of the building done. We need to add the additional roofs, so top wall arch, roof, lower it, remove the top wall arch. We're now going to flamer trap these roofs and this one. Flamer trap will sit on the roof like this, it's fine. And I will say it because I have to say it every time. I know you don't have to power it up. I do it because it means I don't have to come out of build camera mode and start jumping all over the building. It's much quicker. Do this one. Now we need to get a roof on the other side here. I'm going to temporarily take that wall out, the one with the window, and I'm going to put a top wall arch in that is going the other way. And hopefully, and I say hopefully because I've had a few problems with this, yeah, it won't go on here because of these roofs up here. So you need to put the inner one on. There are a couple of ways to do this. We can move this so that it's inside out because it's over a foundation. No, we can't. Can we? Come here. Yes, there we go. It's now inside. The front door is now inside out. So hopefully that will just go over like that. We need to lower this one so that we can remove this top wall arch. We need to put the door back the correct way. And we need to put the window back. If you really want to fill that gap in, you can try. These roofs will snap on here. Flamer trap them and then try and get it. It makes it a lot more complicated, and as I said, I had a real problem with glitching and different textures showing through, so it wasn't consistent. But if you want to try it, by all means do. Right, we need to do the top row, the second one of the top row up here. Top wall arch going this way. Now, I'm going to tell you, I had a problem with this. I don't remember having a problem with this the first time I built it, but I could not get this second one on, and it still won't go on, and I don't know why, because roofs snap on the sides, but it won't go on. We can put the one on this end because we can put another top wall arch, but this one will not go on. And the way I got round it was I repaired this, lowered it, flamer trapped it in the lowered position because this won't go over with that other roof on. So flamer trap it in the lowered position, which is actually quite easy with the slope roof, as long as you get the height right. Be aware, if you accidentally flamer trap this one, it will also destroy your flamer trap. Not terribly a problem, but yeah, like that. Right, we shouldn't need it again for a minute anyway. Right. Still not going in. I'm worried it's because I'm going to repair this. Come on, you will go in. It's trying to go in. It's thinking about it. Right. I'm also going to repair these ones and lower them, just on the off chance. I did this yesterday, it worked fine. There we go. It's going now. It went green, I'm sure it went green. There, finally. Right. May as well just repair that one. Back up. Back up. Back up. Repair this one. Back up. Yay! Oh, actually, we need to take the top wall arches off. Forgot that. Same on this end. When you're doing something like this, always be aware when you're storing or scrapping something that on the top right it will tell you which piece you have selected. So if you're not 100% sure, always flick your eyes to the right. Right, we're in the home stretch. We're going to put some wallpaper on the bottoms. I used the catacombs wallpaper. So just go around and put that on. To get steps on here, you will need to flame a trap. This wall, I would suggest you do it after you put the wallpaper on. It's just easier to select. Right, I'm just going to go to the camp widget and repair all, so that we repair the this wall, and also you will find sometimes when you have wallpaper behind these that it doesn't always want to let you up. Sometimes it does. It also repaired this section as well. Then pretty much all you need to do is swap up your floors for whatever you want. I used the dungeon, I think. I can't remember. I'm really bad at remembering what floors I used. Whatever floor I used the same floor all the way through anyway. Oh, actually, no, I didn't. I used wood. I used the abandoned mine one, which kind of went with the walls. So, whatever you want. So, it's a bit different. I don't often build big builds because I like to decorate a lot. But I actually really like the symmetry of this, and I like the roofs. I don't even mind the gap I did in the beginning, but it's kind of grown on me. It's to let the smoke out. So yeah, I like having everything really close to hand, all in one building. I mean, obviously you don't have to decorate it in a traditional way. You could decorate it in a modern way, turn it into a modern house. It has a lot of different potentials, I guess. So I hope you liked the build. I hope it wasn't too complicated. I hope you buy catwalks. Be aware that I think they are on the list that you can buy certain items from Bethesda. There's a list. If you contact support, they'll send you a copy of the list and you can pick what you want. Obviously you will need the atoms, and I'm sorry, I don't know how much they are individually, but probably I wouldn't have thought they would be very expensive. So, and if you have no atoms, wait till next season, finish this season. I appreciate that the seasons are quite time consuming, but if you just try and do the weeklies over 1 week, you can actually finish the season before it ends, if you start at the beginning, obviously. I hope you like the build anyway, and you have fun with it. That's all from me today. Thank you for watching.